My brothers and sisters, let me ask you this. Why do we let people play with our emotions like a remote control? One compliment and suddenly we feel on top of the world. One criticism and we feel like we're worth nothing. Think about it. If your peace depends on people, then your peace is as weak as their mood. And people, they change, they forget, they disappoint. So the question is, do you really want your happiness in their hands? Because the truth is, the more power you give people over your emotions, the more fragile your life becomes. But the moment you shift your heart to Allah, you become unshakable. The trap of depending on people. My brothers and sisters, one of the biggest mistakes we make is letting other people decide how we feel inside. From the time we were young, we were told, be liked, be chosen, be accepted. So we learn to chase approval like it's oxygen. When someone praises us, we feel alive. When someone ignores us, we feel invisible. When someone leaves us, we feel broken. But here's the trap. If your happiness rises and falls with people's actions, then your happiness is never truly yours. It's like building your house on shifting sand. Every small wave knocks it down. Think about it. People are not constant. They have moods. They get tired. They change their minds. One day they call you amazing. The next day they act like you don't exist. So what happens when you've built your peace on them? You collapse with them. You cry with them. You feel worthless with them. Not because you are worthless, but because you trusted fragile human beings to carry what only Allah can hold. That's the trap. Depending on people for happiness is like trying to fill a deep well with a leaking bucket. No matter how much you pour in, it never feels enough. The truth about people. My brothers and sisters, let's be real. People are not stable. They change, they forget, they disappoint. Some will praise you in public, then criticize you in private. Some will smile to your face, but secretly hope you fail. Some will love you when you're useful, then vanish the moment you need them. Even the ones who care about you the most are still human. They get tired, they get busy, they make mistakes. They cannot carry your heart every single day because they can't even carry their own. So, if you tie your happiness to people, what happens? The moment they leave, your peace leaves. The moment they stop caring, you start breaking. The moment they forget you, you forget your own worth. And that's the reality we don't want to admit. If your emotions depend on people, you will always be a prisoner of their actions. They don't even realize it, but they're holding your heart hostage. That's why Allah reminds us, don't put your trust in what changes. People change, circumstances change, moods change. But Allah never changes. The shift that changes everything, my brothers and sisters, here's the truth that can change your entire life. Your peace was never meant to come from people. It was always meant to come from Allah. Think about it. People get tired. Allah never tires. People forget. Allah never forgets. People love you today and leave you tomorrow, but Allah's love is constant. His mercy never ends. The moment you stop chasing peace in people and start seeking it in Allah, everything changes. Suddenly, you don't need someone to call you to feel valuable. You don't need constant attention to feel seen. You don't need likes or comments to feel loved, because you already know Allah created you with value. Allah sees you every second. Allah hears you even when no one else does. And here's the beauty, when your heart depends on Allah, you stop living like a slave to people's moods. One harsh word doesn't crush you. One betrayal doesn't destroy you. One absence doesn't break you. Instead, you remain steady because your anchor is not in them, it's in Him. It's like shifting from standing on a shaky boat to standing on solid ground. The waves still come, the storm still hits, but you don't fall because your foundation is unshakable. That's the shift. That's the freedom. That's the beginning of real happiness. What happens when you anchor in Allah? My brothers and sisters, when your heart finally anchors in Allah, something amazing happens. Your emotions stop being tossed around by every little thing people do. You become steady, calm, unshaken. Imagine this: someone ignores your message, and instead of feeling worthless, you smile because you know Allah never ignores you. Someone walks away from your life, and instead of breaking down, you whisper Alhamdulillah because you know Allah is the one who decides who stays and who goes. Someone criticizes you unfairly, and instead of crumbling, you stand tall because you know your worth was never in their hands to begin with. This is what it feels like when your heart belongs to Allah. You can be surrounded by people or completely alone and still feel at peace. You can face rejection but still feel chosen because you were chosen by Allah before anyone else. You can lose things in this world but still feel rich because what Allah placed in your heart is far greater than what He took from your hands. And here's the secret: when you stop needing people to fill your heart, your relationships actually get better. You stop suffocating people with expectations. You stop demanding constant attention. You start giving love without fear, kindness without keeping score, and help without expecting anything in return. Why? Because your emotional cup is already full. You're not begging people to fill it anymore. You're pouring from what Allah has already placed inside you. That is freedom. That is strength. That is what happens when you anchor your peace in the one who never leaves. My brothers and sisters, listen carefully. You were never created to be a prisoner of people's opinions. You were never created to beg for love, to beg for attention, to beg for worth. Your value came the day Allah decided you were worthy of life. And Allah does not create anything meaningless. So stop handing people the remote control of your emotions. Take it back. Place it where it always belonged, with Allah. Because when your heart depends on people, a single word can break you. But when your heart depends on Allah, no one can take away your peace. That is real strength. That is real freedom. That is real happiness. And here's the irony. The moment you stop chasing people to make you feel whole, you actually become more attractive to them. They see your calm. They feel your confidence. They notice your steadiness. Not because you're trying to impress them, but because you no longer need them. Your peace shines from within, and people are drawn to that light. So, my brothers and sisters, remember this. People are blessings, but they are not lifelines. They may walk with you for a while, but only Allah can carry you forever. Anchor your heart in Him. Guard your peace, and you will live lighter, love better, and sleep with a calmer heart. Because real happiness is not found in people. Real happiness is found in Allah.